Hello, this is Mr. Hornsby 83. This is the Mr. Hornsby 83 show, and today I'm going to give my thoughts on this year's Shark Week. I know Shark Week ended a couple of weeks ago. I think it was last week. But I'm giving my thoughts on some of the shows. I'm going to give my thoughts on some of the dumb stuff a lot of these freaking people did in the shows that we saw. But, you know, and also, as you can see, X-Men 97 shirt on today because I think last week I had, or the other day I had the freaking Attitude Era shirt on. But anyway, yeah, I'm going to talk about Shark Week. I'm going to talk about what I got planned for the horror run. I'm going to let you guys know what I'm doing next week. I was going to talk about the world's longest yard sale because it starts this week and I'll be a part of it with Trigen Toys. So, you know, well, let's get into Shark Week, and I want to start out with the first Shark Week show. The big show for Sunday was the hunt for Colossus. And Colossus is this big great white they found years ago, I think like some time in 2007 or something like that. Last time I seen was 2014. And he hasn't been seen since then, because he got eaten by a megalodon. No. A megalodon came up and ate him. I don't know. But they also did a show about Eye of the Storm where they were just talking about shark attacks, you know, the normal, usual Sunday start stuff, you know, for Shark Week this week. So, you know, but the one that where they were hunting for Colossus, I'm like, well, maybe that shark's gone, maybe he's dead, who knows. I mean, the shark probably lived a long time, so of course they're not going to find him. And as you can see, I don't look like an evil wizard anymore. But, you know, they found a shark at the end of the episode that looks like it might have been Colossus, but they're not totally sure because the video footage did not show enough to show if it was that shark or not. I'm telling you, got eaten by a megalodon. Anyway, next up, let's talk about their big show on Monday. You know what? I respect the Shark Week people that do this show every year, and I, you know, understand they try to get ratings without doing fake stuff. But come on now, Dancing with the Sharks. That is so stupid. I mean, luckily it was mainly nurse sharks and not that harmful of sharks that are usually harmful to humans. But nurse sharks and sand tigers are not harmful to humans. They also did a hammerhead, but yeah. I mean, these people are totally ludicrous and insane. Why in the hell would you want to put yourself in a situation where you're bringing a shark closer to you to where it could bite you in the face or whatever? I mean, seriously, now I know a nurse shark and that wouldn't, but a hammerhead might. A freaking regular tiger shark would. A bull shark would. But, I mean, come on now. I get it. It's all cool, fine, and dandy. But come on now. The only thing I liked about it, they have Pete Holmes, the guy that did Bad Man, which was a YouTube channel on here. And they were making fun. And he'd always make fun of the Batman Dark Knight trilogy. So he was pretty hilarious at doing it too. And you know, while I was watching it, I'm like, man, I gotta pull up a Bad Man video because Pete Holmes is here. I gotta pull it up just to watch it because, you know, those freaking skits are funnier than hell. I mean, especially the one where he's freaking going on about him and freaking Talia al Ghul having sex. But we had sex. She sucked my dick. That guy was hilarious doing those freaking spoofs. I mean, honestly. And the funny thing is, too, is how stupid he was as Batman, because he'd always be like the one with Two-Face. Like, one minute he showed a Two-Face, the burnt side, and then the next would be regular Harvey Dent. Harvey Dent! Two-Face's captured Gordon's son! Those freaking, I don't know, those Pete Holmes videos were funny. But, yeah, at least it got me to want to watch some more Batman videos. But, I mean, how stupid can you be? I don't care I mean, it's one thing to swim around with these sharks that are dangerous, but freely. But gee whiz, I would not put a shark close to my face at all to bite me. It could bite you on the shoulder, it could bite you in the face, it could bite you anywhere. It could bite you on the freaking chest, it could bite you in the stomach. I don't know, it was just stupid that they were freaking dancing with sharks. I mean, that's dumb. Please don't bring that show back next year. Give us something that's scientific and boring, and not something stupid like Dancing with the Sharks. I mean, seriously, because that was, and like I said, I know they were trying to spice up the ratings, you know, get people watching them and doing fun stuff, but Jesus Christ, they are dumb. They should not be doing that. Now, there was this one great white serial killer about how, you know, orcas kill great white sharks and that, and how they attack them and all that. And this one had one of the most famous personalities on Shark Week, that Dickie guy, but honestly, the thing was, they were freaking, they did a thing where Dickie had a whale, you know, contraption he came up with. But the problem was, they were trying to test to see if great whites try to attack orcas. Thing was, Dickie had his head sticking out of the freaking thing. And you could see the freaking thing with legs. I know, you know, they say sharks are smart. You're kind of, you know, you're kind of freaking making them sharks look stupid by saying, well, you know, they did try to attack the freaking decoy thing of the freaking shark. But yeah, I'm pretty sure those great whites, the reason why they went at that orca was because they saw it was a human in it. And they freaking didn't want to, they knew that it wasn't a real orca. So they really didn't prove nothing. Outside of, you know, you're making great whites look stupid when you said these creatures are smart. But you're trying to make them look stupid because it's like, oh yeah, they attacked the whale decoy, but they, you know, there was clearly a human in that thing. So yeah, I mean, if sharks are smart, that's the reason why they attacked the orca, because they're like, oh, it's just a decoy thing. There's humans in it, but you know what? It ain't a real orca. I don't know. What's the other one? Oh yeah, the Alien Shark Show. I mean, the Alien Shark Show, it seems like they just keep showing the same thing over and over again. It's like, they keep finding the same sharks that they found numerous times in these freaking Alien Shark Shows. I mean, like, they keep finding, and they keep talking about trying to find the freaking cookie cutter shark and blah, 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 but never really find it. And, I don't know. It's really a show just showing that there's other sharks in other places. The Eye of Storm episode, I didn't finish. I wasn't really paying attention to that episode. But, you know, the Colossus one, yeah, it is interesting because it's one of those big great whites. And I just, you know, not too long ago did a little theory, like, maybe these are new forms of megalodons because, you know, maybe the original megalodon is extinct and they came out with a new megalodon because, you know, great whites are supposed to be related to megalodons. But, you know. But, you know. And where there's one that's talking about giant makos. I really don't care about the mako sharks. I don't really care. I don't hear too much about the mako sharks. I like hearing about the great whites, bulls, the tigers, and all that. You know, they also did one about the oceanic white tips. I think that's what was the attacking shark in that freaking Eye of the Storm episode, if I'm not mistaken. Then they did one where they did a simulation because the past few years, I like this show. I love watching this show. Since they've started it. Then they did a simulation of a mega shark, or a great white against a mega croc. Only problem is, these people are freaking crazy because they're doing all this research to figure out which animal has the advantage and who's going to win in the simulated fight. So, these people, this tells me how crazy and that these freaking Shark Week personalities are. These people got into the swamps with crocodiles. I'm like, you know what? I'm not doing nothing crazy like that. No cage. They did have a cage, but then there was one guy that was just freely freaking swimming around him. I'm like, is this guy crazy? Crocodiles are different from sharks. Crocodiles will probably eat anything. I mean, heck, when we went to frickin' Florida a few years ago, a couple weeks after that, I think it was a crocodile, it might have been an alligator. Frickin' killed a kid, ate a kid. These morons are jumping in waters with alligators. And I'm like, oh my God, how stupid can these people be? These are supposed to be smart, intelligent people, and they're jumping in waters, swamp waters, with frickin' crocodiles. Crocodiles. I'm like, you know what? It's one thing with the shark. If you swim with the shark, that's a wholly different story. But swimming with a frickin' crocodile, I don't know. I'd rather swim freely with a frickin' shark. I would rather swim with neither one of them freely. But if I had my choice, I'd swim freely with a frickin' any kind of shark outside of swimming with a frickin' crocodile. I definitely would. I would not get in any swamp water with a frickin' crocodile in it. But yeah, I mean, yeah, I know you got to get all the evidence to prove your theories on who would win, but Jesus Christ, just when you're roaming freely with these things and you're under the water with them, and they do decide to attack you, you're dead. You are not surviving that. They will beat you under the water. You ain't getting away from a freaking crocodile if they really clamp into you and freaking take you down. So, I don't know. Yeah, this is crazy. But like I said, I do like freaking thundering out here. Probably have to wrap this up quickly. But, you know, I do like the sharks versus it's called Jaws versus something. But yeah, I do like those. Like the air Jaws ones, because that's just fascinating. To see a freaking gigantic shark just jumping out of the water, grabbing a freaking seal and coming back down with it. I mean, that's fascinating. Oh, that is amazing. But because of how big these sharks are and how heavy they are, they can just leap out of the water and just get a seal. I mean, yeah. But, damn, my freaking tripod. The wind's blowing my tripod. Oh my God, it's gonna thunderstorm here in a minute. But, yeah, I mean, yeah, I would not freaking swim in the water with the crocodile. That was freaking crazy. And I think, like, what was it? I think Wednesday's the last one that had new ones, because then the rest were just repeats of what they had already did throughout the rest of the week. And they did have one with Darby Allin from AEW, so, I don't know. Darby Allin. They had one with him in it. And then they did a few other researching ones and all that stuff, you know. Like they normally do with Shark Week. I mean, it's pretty much the same stuff they do every year with Shark Week. Except for the freaking dance with the sharks. Oh my God, how stupid were you? Try doing that with a great white and see what happens. Try doing that with a freaking tiger or a bull shark. You ain't surviving that encounter. You ain't surviving that dance. That'll be your last dance. Because, boy, them sharks are unpredictable. Now I know they don't want to eat on humans. I know that. But, you know, I did used to think that when I was a kid, because I did, like with everybody else, watch Jaws for the 50th anniversary of Jaws. So, yeah. So, yeah. Anyway. Anyway, let me know what you guys think about Shark Week this year. You think those people are stupid trying to dance with sharks, and then those people getting in the water with crocodiles? I'm like, no thank you. That's why they do what they do, and that's why I do what I do. But no thank you. I ain't freaking swimming with no daggone crocodile in a swamp. Underwater. Where they had the advantage. Screw that. Yeah. Let me know in the comments what you think of it. Also, don't forget to check out my video Monday I did where I reviewed all the corn CDs I had in my collection. And reviewed corn CDs that I had but frickin' got messed up because my kids knocked them over on the frickin' floor a couple times because my kids were clumsy as kids. Like frickin' Corn 3, Remember Who You Are, and I ain't been able to find it again. I want to find the deluxe edition with People Under the Stairs and all that because I like the People Under the Stairs song and all that. But, yeah. My frickin' And, you know, the self-titled Corn CD that I freaking had didn't even have the CD in it. Also, See You on the Other Side, which I have not been able to find See You on the Other Side really nowhere. I've checked Phil's quite a few times. I've checked CDs places in the freaking flea markets and all that, and I cannot find it at all. But yeah, go check out that. Like I said, I talked about my favorite Corn CDs in my collection, and ones I had in my collection that I don't have anymore that were my favorites too. But yeah. Anyway, so next week, Monday, I'm going to be reviewing the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 87 cartoon. And I'm going to talk about one of the biggest mistakes they made with that cartoon. And it don't have nothing to do with what the original tone was when the show started. I'll talk about the biggest mistake. Then I'm going to start my Halloween run Wednesday. I won't be starting to play the horror games and that till probably the week after, because next Friday I'm going to do a WWE 2K25 playthrough where I talk about my problems with that freaking game, what I like about it, what I dislike about it, and all that, and, you know, do a few dream matches while I'm playing it and talking about it. This Friday, playing GTA Vice City Stories. Since, you know, we're this close to GTA 6. You know, this year's almost over already. GTA 6 comes out in May of next year. So I'm going to be talking, and since, you know, the next GTA game is in Vice City as well, I'm going to be talking about, I'm going to be playing a playthrough of Vice City Stories. I've already beaten Vice City, and you guys have seen me play Vice City numerous times on here anyway. So, yeah. But that's my plans for the next couple of weeks. Like I said, this week is the world's longest yard sale. We're doing ours on Sunday. And I'm hoping to do as good as we did the last couple times, because, you know, if we do as good as we did the last couple times, that will definitely give me faith that we definitely need to get a toy store around here, and I'm going to try to get that toy store going around here. You know, that there's still a market for toys out here in Florence. But yeah, as you see, my neighbor Jim's apartment or house behind us again, and his shed and all that, and the other neighbor's shed and all that. But yeah, I want to do a couple outside videos. You know, freshen up the scenery, because I'm always sitting in mine in my wife's room, and my wife's working right now, so I can't do nothing in the living room because she's working at home right now. So only for today. She'll be back working in her office tomorrow. But yeah. Anyway, but that'll do it. Please like this video, leave a comment, subscribe for more. And Heavy Metal Turtle, you heard me right. I'm going to review the 87 Ninja Turtles cartoon, so you better be one of the ones that check it out this week. Anyway, catch you guys later. Peace out.